Hey everyone, it's Kariana, your favorite witchy coach. All right, guys, so happy spooky season. How is everybody doing? It's my favorite season, but I'm spooky year round, like I say. All right, guys, so all of my information for sessions will be down in the description box below. So check that out. I would love to help you on your journey. Check out our free course, How to Find Your Blocks and Manifest Anything Fast. And like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word so I can get this out to as many people as I can. Okay, so guys, I have so many questions that you guys send in to our team, or you comment down below in the videos about things that you want, topics that you want me to talk about, and I have so many that I cannot keep track. So, talking to my receptionist, I have decided to pull from a long list and just pull the ones that I think are important. They're all important, but I'm talking about like the ones that stand out to me, the ones that I think will help just like a wide variety of our subscribers. And I'm going to just do like a Q&A. Okay, so I pick 3, and then there's another topic that I am going to bring to probably my next video that's a little bit more specific. I've had 2 success stories around this topic, and this person was saying that this is their issue with their SP. They have a 3P that's pregnant, and they've never heard a success story about this. I have too. Okay, and I've worked with, I think at this point in my career, I've probably worked with about 3 or 4 people that have had this same issue, like a similar issue like this, a 3P that pops up pregnant. Okay, so I'm thinking about just bringing that to the next video. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the first question. So I'm going to be reading from the notes that I took on the questions that I picked out. So basically the first question is, do I think that you need to continue with meditation as you're letting go? Okay, so the way that this person worded it verbatim is, do I need to continue with meditation as I am letting go? Question mark. Okay, so I'm a meditation practitioner. This is one of the questions that stuck out to me, because I think that people go in and think that meditation is just going to solve everything. And if you have a busy mind, go into meditation. If you're stressed out, go into meditation. Okay, so I'm a meditation practitioner, as I said, and I really do believe in teaching proper meditation. Okay, but I don't think that meditation is the answer for everybody. Okay, and I was taught this as I was becoming a practitioner. Okay, that a lot of times when our mind is really, really busy, I've mentioned this on the channel, and I mentioned this in session for people that need it. A lot of times when our mind is really, really busy, meditation at first is not the answer. Okay. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, in all of my experience in this business and the way that I was taught to become a meditation practitioner, that a lot of times when my clients' minds are really, really busy, when they go into meditation, they can have a lot of kickback from their mind. Okay. That's not forever. It's going to go away. But an easier way to ease into that, okay, when the mind is really, really busy, is to drop in the body first. Okay. And teaching them somatic exercises, flow exercises. I don't want you to go run in a 5K when your mind is completely busy, and sometimes body and mind together. Okay. That's not the answer. That's going to make you even more anxious. Okay. Like somatic exercises, slow walking, grounding exercises, chi exercises, moving the energy within the body, because we're all energy and you can't ever stop energy. Energy never stops. It just literally is felt. It's always transformed, right? It's always moving. Okay. So if the mind is really busy, and the body, or just the mind, okay, I personally like to go into dropping in the body, do some somatic exercises along with meditation, depending on the specific needs of my client. Okay. Or just dropping in the body first. and then going into meditation later once I get the mind a little bit calm. Okay. Because I'm not talking about doing, 6, 7, rounds of breath work and doing visualizations and those kind of things. I'm talking about when somebody tries to jump into meditation 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes or more, when the mind is really busy, you're trying to let go of your circumstances and all the things that are surrounding your story to be able to bring in whatever you're trying to manifest. That is not always the answer. You're going to have a lot of kickback, and it's going to be hard for you to maintain a proper mental diet. And that's just from my experience. So to be honest with you, I feel like my clients do better when I give them somatic grounding exercises, intentions, obviously, right? Proper mental diet, all those things, that they have such a easier, quicker time letting go, i.e. your manifestation can come in a lot quicker. Okay. So no, I don't think that meditation is the answer always to letting go, especially if your mind is super duper busy in the beginning. Try to do some grounding work, grounding exercises, even just like I said, simply popping in your earbuds, taking a walk, listening to your intentions that way. Okay. And really, really focusing on you and your power. It's going to really help you with letting go. Okay. I'm like I said, meditation practitioner, by, default, it's part of my profession. Of course, I believe in meditation. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's absolutely, beneficial. Right. But I don't think that it's for every single person out there, especially when it comes to letting go. I think there's just, I think that that's just the default. People go to that. Oh, I'm going to do some meditation. It'll calm me. And then they try to go, balls to the walls, boom. I'm going to try to meditate for 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time right off the bat. You might have some kickback. Okay. So I hope that answers your guys' questions. It's about as straightforward as I can get when it comes to meditation and letting go. But yeah, you'll find that you're going to let go really easy with probably combining a couple of those things that I mentioned. I think that you're going to really feel a lot more powerful and feel like you're not so fixated and obsessed, with bringing this thing in, i.e. you're going to have an easier, better time with letting go. Okay. So second question, can you just think your intentions, or do you have to say them out loud? Absolutely. You do not have to say your intentions out loud. Okay. Now, I always tell my clients, it's really, really fun when you're in the house by yourself and you're cleaning or whatever you're cooking, and you can have a little rant of your, your intentions, or maybe just, have a rant about your power and how you're feeling and how the day's amazing and you feel amazing, even if you're not feeling that way, right? Speak it out into the universe. Okay. Whenever you can. I think it's fun. I think it takes a lot of energy, right? Out of your body that may get stuck. That's not so good of an energy. It can really help that with making the energy flow in your body. I think it's just fun. It makes you feel really powerful, right? When we're speaking our intentions and we actually are we're actually hearing ourselves speak them, it comes with a different energy. Okay. When you're in the shower, if you're alone and you can do it and you don't feel like you're going to be, overheard, right? Or if you're in the car, and a lot of my clients will listen to their intentions in the car and they'll repeat them, right? It's kind of just like, how when you put on a song and you turn it up a little bit and you're singing out loud, right? It's got a different vibe to it, a different energy than if you're just sitting there listening to the music. Okay. So, is it necessary that you have to do that in order to manifest? Absolutely not. No, 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 no. Just like I have clients that ask me, I speak one language and my SP speaks another. What do I say my affirmations? What language do I say my affirmations in? Right. And I always tell them it doesn't matter, because I've literally had, a client that had spoke, one language, their SP spoke another, and they were saying their intentions in their language, and their SP came and paired it back their intentions right to them. And it doesn't matter what language it's in, right? So it's the same as if you're saying it out loud or you're saying it in your head. Your subconscious, you're feeding your subconscious just the same way. So in my opinion, no, you don't have to speak your intentions out loud in order for them to manifest. You can 1000% say them in your head. In fact, I think that's what the majority of people do, because, nowadays we're busy and we're around a lot of people, whether it be, public work or family or whatever. So no, it's not necessary to do that. So third question, guys, what's the everyone is you pushed out technique? I don't even like the word technique. You guys know me. If you guys have watched any of my videos, I say method or I don't say it at all. I just don't know. There's something about that word. It's like, oh, technique. It brings me back to a lot of things that I first learned in this journey that just ended up being just, so much crap. And thank God that I caught on very early in my career of what was going to be crap for me and what wasn't. So, but to answer that question, okay. First of all, let's call it method. All right. Everyone, as you pushed out method. Basically the way that I teach everyone as you pushed out, I'm very adamant about the way that I teach it. And I really don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't, because I know that it's effective, and I paint a clear picture about what everyone is you pushed out means. Okay. In my opinion, everyone as you pushed out isn't just this person is mirroring you. Okay. It's not all about that. I mean, it is the person's projection of you. They're energetically tied to you. They're a mirror of you. They're a projection of you, but it's not just monkey see, monkey do. Okay. It's not about that. Okay. Everyone as you pushed out is also your assumptions about how that person is going to show up for you in your reality. Okay. Even though you manifest this person, okay, and they're an extension of you. You are literally the transmitter. You are literally the instruction giver. You're literally the director. You're writing the script all the time. You are literally the puppet master. Okay. I don't say that much on this channel, but I have believed that from 10 years and beyond. I've said it to my clients. I don't say it very much on this channel because I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're a puppet master. Okay. You are. And so, even though you created this person in your reality, it doesn't mean, like I said, it's going to be straight up monkey see, monkey do. If I wear a purple, outfit, this person is going to come over with a purple outfit. That happens a lot, right? Because of thought transmission. But it's not just about that. It's more than that. Okay. So first of all, everyone as you pushed out is the fact that, like I said, this person is a projection of you. They're a mirror of you. Okay. You're the transmitter. You're the instruction giver. You're the person that is always making the rules. Okay. Yes, that is true. But it also, everyone as you pushed out also is your assumptions about how that person's going to show up in your reality. So even though you created them, okay, what are your assumptions about them now that they're here? Okay. Or what are your assumptions about them and how they were even created in your reality in the first place? Okay. Because if you're manifesting it in, let me give you a quick example. Like the first thing that comes to my mind, if you're manifesting in an SP, okay, but your assumptions around a relationship and having a partner is all partners suck after 6 months, men are not faithful or women are not faithful. I have to people please to keep this person, or this person's going to get bored of me. I have to make this person my entire world or they're going to forget about me, right? So I have to cater to them in order to earn their love, because love is conditional because of what we were taught in our past when we were not woke to this. Whatever the case may be, whatever your story that you're telling yourself, a person can arrive in your reality. You can call this person in, okay? Because the minute that you start thinking them up, they're there. You created them. It's happening in a parallel reality. So this person can, boom, drop in your lap. It appears, but they might drop in your lap as the SP that I was just talking about, okay? And there lies the problem, okay? So you have to be able to flip those things around. And I'm going to tell you to flip it right away. Let's nip this in the bud, because if not, then that story comes with layers if you let it go, and it just hardens in the fact even more. And now you're stuck with this SP in your reality. Everyone is you push out, okay? But you've got this person that's acting like a fool in your reality. They're acting like a complete brute, like I just talked about on my short. You got to turn them into Prince Charming or Princess Charming, right? You have to, okay? So that's another thing to everyone is you pushed out method, right? If you're gonna call it that. The other thing is, which is big too, is how does this person view you? How do you assume that this person views you? Or how do you assume that everybody views you because everyone is you push out? But let's concentrate on SP because SP is a popular topic, okay? And I feel like this is going to help a lot of people. When you see this, you're going to have those aha moments. It's like the emoji with the brains blowing out. Boom. Okay, I got it. Okay, so it's how do you assume that this person views you? You know, because once again, we can manifest in an SP, but we don't know our power. We don't know how all this works. We don't even believe that it works all the time. We don't even really, we know about it. We kind of believe it. We've seen certain things happen, but maybe we don't believe that it works in the love department because it's too difficult. Or maybe we don't believe that it works in the easy things, the small things, but not the big things and the hard things. There's no such thing. That's an illusion. Okay. So you could call somebody in, boom, they fall into your lap. SP's here. You guys are dating. Things are going great. And then they're not, because you haven't taken care of the story about how they view you. And maybe they view you great in the first part of the relationship, maybe few weeks, few months, and then boom, now all of a sudden they're acting like they weren't in the beginning. They're acting like maybe they're calling you sporadically. They're not asking you out anymore. They seem bored with you. They say they're going to come hang out with you, but everything is always more important. You got to look at the story that you're telling yourself about how they view you, And if you don't know your power, or you don't believe that this works all the time, or you don't have one, I feel like power and concept go together, self-concept go together, okay? One strengthens the other. It's like a beautiful marriage made in heaven, okay? And I feel like power comes first and then self-concept, right? Those things pretty much fall into place. We may have to tweak some things with self-concept once you know your power. But once you know your power and you step into it, your self-concept automatically shoots through the roof. I've seen it with a ton of my transformations and my clients. Okay. So that's a big part of everyone as you pushed out. So if you're using this everyone as you push out method, which to me, it's not really a method or a technique. It's just, you need to have knowledge that everyone is you pushed out and how that works. And in my opinion, there's 3 components to that. Yeah, this person is a projection of you. Yes, they're a mirror of you. Never denied that. But you're also the transmitter, right? Always. That's why they're projection and a mirror of you. You're the instruction giver. You are the director. You are the puppet master. And you have to look at the whole big picture. Not just monkey see, monkey do, but how do I assume that this person's going to show up? How do I look at this person, or how do I look at relationships in general? Okay. That's a whole nother topic I'm not going to get into because I can't get into like big time, can't go down the rabbit hole here. And then also too, like I said, how this person views you. Very, very important. So next time that you think about everyone as you pushed out, think about those things. You know, if you feel like this person views you as not enough, if that's what you're affirming to yourself, I don't think I'm enough for this person. I think this person's out of my league. I think that this person puts everything else above me. I think this person just wants to have fun and have a casual thing. They're not a commitment type of person. That is not being loved unconditionally. That's not being cherished. That's not being prioritized. That's not being valued. That's not being respected. And therefore, that will push out as problems in your relationship with this perfect person if you get to relationship level. Okay. Sometimes it just stays as now you got yourself in a situationship and you don't know how to get out of it and you feel stuck, which is an illusion. Okay. Nothing is permanent. Everything is changeable and malleable. You're never stuck. You are never stuck. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. I answered these 3 questions for you guys. Comment down below if you guys want a part 2 of this, because like I said, I got a whole list of questions and I just can't keep up with the questions that you guys ask. I love that you guys are asking these questions and speaking up, but it's just hard for me. It's hard for me to keep up because we're releasing 1 video a week and it's hard for me to keep up. I hear you guys. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I value you guys, and I want to get to all of you guys, but it's really, really hard. So to be fair, okay, I'm going to be looking at this list, especially if you guys want a part 2. I'm going to look at this list. I'm going to pick out, the questions that I think that I can get through without making a video too long. So I'm thinking probably around like maybe 3 questions a video, and I'm just going to randomly pick stuff that I feel will reach, a variety of our subscribers and really help you guys on your journey. That way it's fair and, I'm taking care of everybody and everybody is able to answer, get these questions answered and get help along your journey. Okay. So I love all you guys. If I have a specific question on the list that I feel also needs to be discussed, like this third party thing, that I just mentioned in the beginning of the video, I will maybe take it to another video and share, my success stories around that topic and make it like a longer video for you guys. So I'm going to leave it there. Happy spooky season again. And wherever you guys are in whatever part of the world, morning, night, afternoon, and you're listening to this, whatever state that you're in right now. Okay. I just want you to know that you're powerful and you have this, you got this. Okay. You can do this. Yeah. So I love all you guys. I will talk to you guys soon, and you guys enjoy this journey because not everything is so serious. Okay. Step into your power and know that you are making the rules. You're always making the rules. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you guys soon.